Hey man, what are you doing? He's like, hey look man, I'm either gonna call the police or you gonna come down here and pay this $150. I'm like, man, well look, hey, I'm gonna take the $150, but man, look. Yo, what's going on, y'all? Hey, here with BC with another ride along with me today. So today we're gonna go, I gotta go and return Nikki, we'll send Nikki's long johns home. When I left Gatlinburg, somehow they ended up in my pack. So I'm going to send those to his mom and dad right now. And I want to do a quick video about racism on the trail. Yeah, so I got some stories, man. Some shit happened, man. It was crazy. Didn't talk about it while I was out there, but we're gonna talk about that today real quick. GoPro. All right, got that done. So just left the post office here in Westport. So let's get over to Loose Park and then we'll sit down and talk about some stuff that happened in Franklin. No, not Franklin, sorry, Hiawassee, and pretty much Georgia on the trail and what you guys have wondered about. Because I know I did a little bit of research on the topic myself, being a brother, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I know there's other people out there that want to know about it, so I'm gonna let you know my thoughts. Yeah, it's funny how the universe works. I mean, I didn't even plan all the Civil War stuff, but when I thought about doing this video, but look where I come. Anyway, so racism on the Appalachian Trail. There's not a lot. No, there's absolutely not a lot of racism on the Appalachian Trail. Now, what you have to remember, oh sorry, they're cutting the grass. I did come over here on the day that they're cutting the grass. But what you do have to remember though, hold on. I mean, it's the South, baby. I mean, what else? What do you want? So, especially Georgia. Georgia, I love you, man. Southern hospitality is a real thing. I found that out firsthand. And that was one thing I was worried about, especially being in Georgia. But I'll tell you this. The only time I personally experienced anybody racist or on the trail, like full blown, I hate black people racism, 2 day hikers. It was like day 3 or day 4, I think. And they were on the trail and I could look at them and I literally felt like, man, I'm glad, who was it? Brandon was behind me. I'm like, man, I'm glad Brandon behind me, man. These motherfuckers might try to push me off, Joe. It was like that. It was bad. It was bad. But other than that, there was one incident in Hiawassee, man. Hiawassee, bro. Like, so we stayed at Hiawassee, not zero because I hurt my ankle, right? These mogs, like, I mean, we're in the hotel. We were at the Holiday Inn in Hiawassee, me and Nikki. We may have been in that thing. We checked in. Matter of fact, today we met Paul and Jan. We check in the hotel. We're in there for like, man, an hour. I walk outside to go do something, man. I don't know. I can't remember what I did. I went somewhere. I was going somewhere. I can't remember. I went to get something to drink, I think. No, it wasn't that. Anyway, whatever, man. But anyway, as I'm walking into the hotel, and mind you, we'd already checked in. We've been there about an hour and a half, maybe. I smell a strong scent of marijuana, burning marijuana. And I'm like, oh, shit. remember the Amacola video, right? You know what I'm saying? Somebody was in that bitch smoking. So I'm like, man, they just do that down here, I guess, you know? That shit's weird. But anyway, and it's right as I walk right past the fucking front desk too, you know what I'm saying? I should have stopped and said something, but I didn't. Anyway, I get back to the room. I'm like, no weed? I don't know. Like 20 seconds later, knock, 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 knock. I'm like, nah, man. So I open the door. He's like, the general manager says, oh, I smell it. I smell it. Oh, I knew it was you. I knew it. Obviously, he knew it because of my skin and my fucking dreads. Like, bro, that shit pissed me off so much. But wait till you hear it. And anyway, I'm like, wait, what's going on? What are you talking about? He's like, so he said, yeah, man, I smelled the weed. I'm like, ain't no weed in here, man. What are you doing? He's like, hey, look, man, I'm either gonna call the police or you're gonna come down here and pay this $150. I'm like, man, well, look, hey, I'm gonna take the $150, but man, look, we ain't smoking weed in here, bro. What is you doing? Hold on, man. We just got here, right? He's like, man, I don't care. It doesn't matter. You got it. It's you. It's y'all. I know it's y'all. You can't hide it from me. So we go down there. I pay this motherfucker $150. I'm pissed, right? Yeah. So that's how Hiawassee started. Check this shit out though. So we outside smoking later on that night. Yeah, I just smoked. So, and there's a lady out there smoking a cigarette. And she was talking to her, telling her how we got charged $150 for smoking in the room. We wasn't even smoking in the room, right? She's like, no, oh my gosh, for real? That is so bad. That is so wrong. And then we're like, yeah, she's like, oh, here's my husband. So her husband come out, he's sneaking, he in the hallway, like inside the building still. And he's like, peeking out and shit, all paranoid and stuff. This motherfucker's in the hallway smoking a damn bowl. He's in the hallway smoking a bowl, right? And he's like, so she tell him how we got charged. He's like, oh, for real? I just smoke in the hallway. You smoke in the hallway? Oh, okay. It was you. But he ain't really admit to it right then and there. But I'll give dude props because, what was it? Next morning at breakfast, right? We get up, I go down there. Mind you, I had already paid the $150. It's a done deal, it's over with. I get down there, I talk to the manager, and I'm like, man, look, I don't want to have no trouble. And that's after we paid the $150 too. Just to backtrack a little bit. I'm like, man, go tell dude to come down to my room, because he wasn't at the front desk when I went down there to pay. I'm like, man, tell him to come down to the room when he gets back and call me. He needs to chat with me, right? Because this shit's bogus as hell. I'm gonna pay you your money. I ain't trying to fuck with the police. I'm in Georgia. I don't, nope. Here's your $150, but come and holler at me, man. So we talked to him and shit, and I'm like, man, look, that's just bogus as hell, but here's your $150. Ain't no fucking weed in this room. We wasn't smoking no damn weed in this room, right? But so he's like, yeah, y'all cool now. I called somebody on the second floor too, this and that, blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah, whatever, man. I just don't want you to fuck with me for the rest of my stay. So cool. Fast forward. Next day at breakfast, Bro come up to me. He's like, hey. Hands me a $100 bill. Like, that's all I got, man. Like, that's all I could afford, man. I just got a bad feeling that it was me yesterday who got y'all in trouble. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, that's what's up, man. That's 100, bro. I really appreciate that. So, got 100. So, it's basically, each of us paid $50 because I had weed. But that shit was bogus as hell. And, yeah, he only came to my room first. Yeah, so that's my racism story about the Appalachian Trail. It doesn't really exist except in towns. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's the South. You got to be prepared. And that's just Georgia. North Carolina, on the other hand, they got their racism too, but it's not as on full display. Like up there is more classism, man. It's like they literally know if you are a thru-hiker, you're assumed to have a level of financial security or financial stability or something. You know what I'm saying? So they looking at you like that's money, 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 money. You don't come on the Appalachian Trail, you don't thru hike unless you have time and money to do so. So that's that. All about classism, which is pretty much the whole world, basically. I probably shouldn't even put this on YouTube because it might get me kicked off, but racism is used to uphold classism. Take that shit to the bank. But anyway, man, I'm gonna go ahead and take my butt back home. Spent enough time telling y'all my little racism experiences and stories, which, yeah, they're there, but it's not a lot. So, and at the end of this, I mean, don't be scared to hike the Appalachian Trail for racism, because it's not gonna really bother you. It's no more on display than it is anywhere else in America. So that's that. All right, take my ass home. Peace.